everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am Nelson. You're watching Nature Nell. And if you're new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It helps my channel grow. And special thank you to all of you guys donating to the Super Thanks. It really helps out a lot. Like this past weekend, it was amazing going to the Redland International Show. You know, it was really an amazing experience. A little bit too hot for me or for many people, but it was really incredible to see so many amazing vendors, so many great stuff. Now, I didn't go crazy. Actually, nobody really went that crazy. I think Blanca did for her trees, but most of us were a little bit more reserved because it was really hot carrying everything. And imagine, I have a stiff neck due to the fact that I was carrying a bag. We had the wagon. I kind of helped a little bit out there for a while. Plus, I was filming with that bag on, so it just did a number on my neck. And I'm on CBD cream oil that you put on there. It's amazing. It has menthol and then a leave, so I can do this video because this has been one of my most awaited videos. There is a huge surprise to unveil today. I couldn't unveil it because I was having a very small get-together with good friends here that wanted to come over from Krull Smith and some of my friends from the YouTubing like Blanca and Roxy and Melissa and Marley and everybody and Laz. So that was the unveiling of my new extension of the greenhouse. Now, it doesn't look anything of what it used to look like. If you guys have been following me, it's more like an orchid gallery. It's a way for me to showcase my orchids more respectfully because I feel that orchids are so unique in the world of nature, and they deserve to be showcased sort of like in an artistic way because their flowers are very artistic. Like, I mean, this is gorgeous. So I'm not going to take up too much time because I know I could get very chatty. I want to show you what's in there. It's going to be an unveiling, a what's in bloom, and a haul, what I brought. So it's going to be about an hour show. So see you on the other side. All right, guys, so here we are right in the front. As you can see, that area now, it's more extended. Instead of just stopping right where that seam is, that's where the old, well, not old, but previous greenhouse was in. And this is the extension that my partner Luíz built for me, together with the helping hands of Jorge, who was highly recommended, and he was an amazing hands of help. Now, I have to see how I strategically show you everything. Well, not everything, but as much as I can within an hour. So here's the entrance. Luíz, my partner, sealed all this with a stain. It's a little wet because I just fed everything, so you're gonna see very spotty leaves. But everything looks really beautiful. And the birds are so happy today. So guys, what I'll do is, instead of starting in the what's in bloom, I'm just gonna go right into the unveiling. So here it is. I was able to transform this wall a little bit better to show lots of what I have in bloom right now in the smaller baskets. But it opened this place so much. Now you get to see my maxillarias, their size. You can even see them. They were stuck in that garage. I had to take most of the things. The only thing I left in the garage are Vandas that are rehabilitating. Look at this beautiful tessellata from India. Ben of Banyang was over here on a Friday at the happy hour. He gifted me this. Isn't it beautiful? Loved it. Here it is. This is a what's in bloom, so we must show the tag. Now let me show you here the extension from this perspective. Look how beautiful what Luíz did. He he says, go get some leaves around the garden. So we got monstera, we got papaya leaf, we have fern, we got other types of smaller leaves that had a lot of character. Even palm fronds from our areca trees, and created sort of like a theme throughout the whole greenhouse. So when I saw that it was turning out this way, I said, oh, this is going to be more like a gallery, because everything is just so nicely finished. And then we took out the big rocks that we had. Remember, I had these big white rocks and just switched them to pea rocks. That was a job in itself, to pull all that rock out. And so we redid the floors here. I actually pressure cleaned them myself. Pressure cleaned everything in here and just made it very tidy. And I gotta show you guys this. This leaf just came out of nowhere from this plant. And it's giving me another one, and the stem is red. It's the only one that's like that. So we're trying to figure out, if you guys know about that, what is it? Because I had some experts here on Friday from Conjaran Green, Suat. That's his expertise, aeroids. And he was blown away. He was telling me he hadn't seen anything like that. And then this is my Aerides Holuetiana. Now, Terry pointed something out. She said that I've been gravitating a lot to the Holuetianas, and I didn't even notice, and then she was right. Now this one, I have the tag. She sent it to me, I lost it. But look at that. Another Aerides. This is a species. Terry, hers had the tag. This from last year's Redland show, I bought it. Terry said, I'll send you the tag, and she did. I have it in the email thread. So I'll put it under there. Now this row here, it's all Ben Yang. This is the one that I can never say the name correctly. Mina Maus, Ben Mina Maus. I'm sorry. There we go. I'm extending my hand, and remember my neck is kinked, so I'm trying not to make it worse. But look at all those. Gave me two beautiful spikes. This is a Ben fragrance. I have the tag right here. It's almost, I gotta make a new one because these are wearing out. Ben fragrance. And it has a beautiful fragrance. Come here, little boy. Look at that. And then this is another Ben fragrance. And look at the colors on that. It's funny how they differ in color. It's the same Vanda, but in different colors. Now down here, I was putting some of my Dendrobiums, like this. I think I have the tag down there. You know what? I'm gonna get it, because even though it's a little bit of work now, it saves me work later. This beauty right here is this one. It's super popular now. Let me put it back, because if not, I lose it. There we go. But it is a beautiful Dendrobium. It has beautiful colors, very twirly. And these I'm super excited to see. I got these last year at Krull Smith Festival from Tang, Spring Water Orchids. And both of them, the other one's on the other side. Oh, look at this, how beautiful. Are about to bloom. This is from Backyard Blooms, who, by the way, I got something super cool from them. And then the super popular now as well is the Samurai. And this one is in a spectacular, I took it out of the quick tent and put her here because you can see her. She's a beautiful, beautiful flower. And by the way, we did use a white type of greenhouse material, which you can see that's it right there. But I had to tell Luíz to put a 40% screen on top. This one's actually a little bit more, but it's okay because the sun is so hot that it was way too bright in here. So I told him not to even to leave it like this for now. In October, maybe I'll remove it when it gets cooler and the sun is not as strong. So then this is from Pam. It's still blooming beautifully. Remember, I bought it and I had it in my haul. This is the Sherry Abe. Yes, I'm so happy that I have all these tags because I can release these videos way faster. Isn't that gorgeous? I just wish it was an orchid that would grow up like this so you can see it. This one here is a traditional Vanda. It's from Ben Yang. It's called a Vanda Bang Yang Sky Blue. It's one of my oldies, but it is a classic flower that I adore. And it adds so much beauty here in this greenhouse, in this orchid gallery. Orchid gallery greenhouse, that's what we'll call it. The orchadium. This is the all famous Mimi Palmer. Smells delicious. Now I did have a little bit of a mishap before we built this extension. And so a lot of my Vandas, not a lot, but several of them started losing their leaves. Now, this has all this root. I could actually cut it here and start a new size, which is probably what I'll do, and get rid of all that extra heaviness in the back. But you can only do that once you have roots already growing out. You have a substantial good amount. I have a good amount there. And this one is also from Ben Yang. This is a Ben Fragrance. No, Ben Fantasy. And look at that. It's very similar, but I love the way the flower petals pull back like that. Some people don't like that. I do. When it's made to do that and it's clustered like this, I mean, how can you not like that? It is a beautiful, beautiful flower arrangement. And this is my big girl. She gave me, it had a lot more. It had this one here and this one full, but I didn't quite get her in its full glory because there's been a lot of things happening, so I didn't have the time to film it. This one's been lasting for a long time. This is from RF. It's a very beautiful flower, and it has the name Suwat, but Suwat I think spells his S-U. It has nothing, I don't think it has anything to do with Suwat from Kanjaran Green. And this is from my friends over at RF. If you guys want to pay them a visit, they have a beautiful, beautiful showroom. I'm inspired a lot by their garden. This is a Xena, also from Ben Yang. I promise you, I did not in any way, shape, or form planned it this way. It's just that that's what Ben Yang orchids do, you know, they're always blooming. So I always said to you guys in the beginning, what is it? The proof is in the pudding. So when you see it happening quite often, then you can see it happening. It's not just a story. And this one, unbeknownst to me, was it this one? There was one that surprised me. No. Yeah, oh well, it dried up, you see? That's the heat. And thrips. I've been spraying also for thrips. But on a lighter note, look at this bicolor. This is another one of my oldies. Look how big she is. Bulbophyllum bicolor. It does come from Krull Smith, but I didn't buy it there. I bought it from Luíz. Luíz is a lady who has worked with Frank Smith at Krull Smith for over 30 years. And she used to have a booth. Here's another one right down there. She used to have a booth in the flea market. Back in the day, we're talking about like possibly 10 years ago. And I bought this from her together with my green flash. For those who know, you know. And this time I put it under this shade house, and it has never given me this many. In all these years that I've had it, it's never given me this many flowers. So this feels like this space is really good for them. Now this here is, again, from Banyang. It's a Tabavat. I hope, because I can't see it. I'm down here. And this, guys, smells amazing. It had 2 spikes. It was really beautiful with the 2 spikes. But this place was a mess. If you guys would have seen this place under construction, everything was everywhere. I couldn't show anything. I was like, well, whatever is open, but you know what? There's a lot open. And that's why I'm going really pretty fast. Now, as far as my haul, let's start the haul. This here is a beautiful Vanda. I'll show you pictures that I took of it. You guys, if you saw my, there we go. If you saw the Redland on Friday video, I show you there. I bought these 3, and look how cute. I put them, I was gonna put them on a tree, but I think this looks cuter. And what I did was I just stapled the tie wraps that it came with onto the cork. I don't staple the roots. Don't ever staple the roots. And it holds it very tight in there, and it's not touching any part of the plant. So if it rusts, it won't bother it. And right next to it is another from the haul, which is from Krull Smith. I just had to have it. This is the one that Terry was holding for me. You guys can see why I had to have that. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Phalaenopsis. It's an awesome, 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 beautiful flower. And the color is so red. Now right behind it, it's my orchid jungle. I believe I said that right. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, Encyclia Orchid Jungle. This smells so good. Somebody had told me I should enter this because they like the way the flower looked. And all about, you know, the shape of the flower. I don't know if that's true, but this one's been blooming for a while. I wish the flowers would be a little fresher, but it still has amazing fragrance. And Encyclia in here do really well. Just like Perarias. I always find that name so funny. This Peraria is from Lady Vanda. Escasenda Villa Pink. It's a Bangkok Sunset. And this one's been blooming for quite a while. But I decided to place, you know, some of the same type of family orchids next to each other, like this one. This is from Krull Smith. Let me see if I have anything written on there. There you guys can see, because I don't remember the name of this at all. I know it's a yellow tie something yellow. Oh my God, this is so difficult. Okay, Theanchi Rickensellus. Is it Celestis? It probably is Celestis. But look how many spikes it's given. The cake even gave a spike. Plus it's already in bloom with one spike here. And I'm showing you guys a full plant because some people asked me if I could show more of the full plant as well. I know I focus so much on the flower that I forget about the plant. Plant is just as beautiful. You know what? Hold on a second. I didn't realize this. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, I am so sorry. I didn't even realize the fan was on. But we have to have it on in the summer because if not, they go toasty. Oh well. My first half is going to be like with that fan. Now you have just the birds. 17 minutes later. So anyways, this is from Conjaring Green. And he came over. I told him, listen, why did you come by? It's It's in the neighborhood, and you guys are welcome to just come by for a drink and pizza. And they came by, and I go, look what you have here. It's in full bloom. He was so proud. He took pictures of it and put it on Instagram. He goes, this is a good marketing piece. And then of course this is from Roxy, which is so beautiful. And she's the one who introduced me to Suat. And that day when he gifted me this about, I would say, a year and a half ago, it's given me so many spikes that it feels like it's longer, like 8 spikes already. And they last for a long time, and they have a wonderful, wonderful smell. Here is the actual name. And vendors, I notice out there you guys are paying attention, and there was some vendors already putting like tags with their name and everything on it. I'll give you a perfect example. These two here, this is from none other than Orchids in Bloom right there. Arides rosea. Look at this. I have nothing in here like this. She had these for $75. I was like, oh my God, I didn't see these when I was over there. And but they probably, because they weren't in bloom and they hadn't placed them in the fern mount yet. But look how gorgeous that is. What a great flower. I love it. Beautiful, beautiful species. And above it, this is from Backyard Blooms. And see, this is what I mean about they were paying attention. Now you guys could just go there, get all that information. This, I have pictures of this. I'll put it in there. Here's the name first. You may want to get a pencil and paper, because this encyclia is so unique. Hold on. There we go. Got the name. This encyclia is so unique, and it has a spike ready to start blooming. She had several of these. This you have to try and put in your collection, because this flower is just outstanding. And what I liked mostly about it was that the flower has, if you watch, I think, oh no, I didn't film on Sunday. If you've seen those flowers that have spots all over the leaves, and the spots transfer to the stem of the leaf, that you don't see often, and this one does it. It's a beautiful, and it has like that almost like Schilleriana type of, Cattleya Schilleriana type of lip. Sorry, I don't want to. Now down here, this is gorgeous. And by the way, these two were hauls. Backyard Blooms and Orchids in Bloom. So see, I'm combining the hauls and a what's in bloom. It's kind of going smoothly. That's what happens when you have everything organized. Everything falls into place. Look at this, how gorgeous this is. I don't have a tag for this, but I know what it's called. It's lovebirds. Dendrobium lovebird. And I got this a long time ago. I believe Luíz was the one who bought them. And I thought I lost it. I put it on this little piece of wood, and it just came right back. But look, it lost all these. I was like, I'm not giving up on you. So, you know, Dendrobiums may look dead, but they're probably not. They'll come back. And these beautiful, this is my red dragon, remember, was on the other side. I decided to bring him in here because I noticed that he affects the leaves a lot. And I don't want them to get, you know, too palm tree looking, where it's just a long stem with like 2 or 3 little leaves. Now it'll still bloom. It'll still give you beautiful blooms, but it doesn't look pretty. You know, it doesn't look luscious. Down here is my Norma Jackson. Let me see, I always had trouble with this one because the tag is stuck. Let me take this out. Okay, I hope that got enough, because I can't see. I'm just putting the camera back there. And this one is bursting out in blooms. Look how gorgeous these Dendrobiums. Dendrobiums seem to do really, really well in this environment. They bloom in large portions. This one I've had since I've gotten it. It does this a lot. It sheds a lot, but it fills up with beautiful blooms. So it's not something you're really gonna be noticing. And if you're just on top of it and not leave all the leaves, the yellow leaves. These are all in waiting. There's some that have spikes like up here, see? But see these leaves? That was from being out there. And I did notice a huge, like this lost a couple of leaves, and I noticed a huge halt and all that once we put them in here. This is a Josephine Vambrero. It's a Vanda that's used quite often for crossings. And one of them, let me see, do I have anything? They're already going out. This is mixed with that, but it's already out. It doesn't really look like that. It's much deeper in tone, but you can at least see the familiarity in it. Now this is a Bangkok, or what is it? Hold on, it's right there. Renan Stylus Bangkok Beauty. And this is from Saroa. I got this at Bonnet House about a year and a half ago. And yes, here's my Savine. This is what I use for thrips. This is the only thing I have in here that I use all the time. You can do it as many times as you want. Once a day at least, you know. But you can repeat it every day. I've done it, it's fine. As you can see, everything is blooming. Nothing is sacrificed because I'm spraying. So that's what I've been doing, because the heat brings a lot of thrips. But look at those flowers, how gorgeous. Just so rich. This Cordillera has been lasting quite a while. She really wanted to come out on film, but she was like filled all the way to the top. It's a beautiful encyclia. I have this here, but this is already like gone. You barely see Cordillera in there. I'll just put it on like I normally do. All right. Now this one, I think it's what they call the Alata. You know, I still haven't tagged this one. I tagged it twice actually, and I lost both tags. So if you guys can tell me, please be focused. They'll focus on the screen. Oh, it always likes to focus on the screen. There we go. That's a little better. It's another beautiful encyclia that I've had for quite a while. I put it in this mount a couple of years ago, and she's taken off. I have to be careful because the heat is really bad for the camera. Now this here is a Dendrobium that I got at Pam's, thinking it was a different kind of Dendrobium. But look at how gorgeous that is. I don't have a name for this. If anyone knows, I'm sure I have a lot of brainy people out there that know names of very rare stuff. Leave it in the comments, because I need to tag this. It's just, that's why I gave it its own little pedestal, because it deserves it. And then this, and I got this at Pam's, but I don't remember seeing a tag on it. One of the few things is pretty much everything was tagged. This here was at Pam's. This is tagged. Look at this gorgeous flower. This got thrips down here, and I started spraying right away, and look, I saved it. It's gonna continue blooming. It's like a Schomburgkia type of flower. Here, I'm sure you guys want to see that name of this one. Sol Taino, which is Taino, or the Indians from the Caribbean, from Puerto Rico. Look how cool that is. Such a cool flower. My God. When I got it, I totally had forgotten what the flower looked like because it was in spike. But once it opened, I remember right away. I'm like, yes, I remember this. Now here I have a couple of surprises. I have this from Krull Smith that I got a couple of years ago. Let me see if I can turn it in a way that it stays. There we go. Look how gorgeous that flower is. I was like hoping it would hold on until the day of unveiling. That's the cross. Come on. I'm trying to do it because if I let it go. There we go. Oh. There we go. It's hard to do this with an apparatus. It's a very special flower. Very unique. So I put her on this special wall, which I took my time to really select the right flowers to show the balance of the flower. Now this is a Greenwich something, Elmer Greenwich or something like that. Greenwich Elmer RLC. I got this years ago at Miami, bag baby. Oh wait, here it is. This is, oh, Xinhua. I love Xinhua orchids. They are such good orchids. One of the ones that I got from C, I believe they also buy from them sometimes. They buy from each other and they sell, which is great for the whole community because everybody gets a piece of the pie. This one, my friends, is amazing. This is from Suncoast Orchids. Big Jim grows these himself. He cultivates them. And this is a very special bonus to see this here today because she has been hard to bloom for a while. And I finally got her to strengthen up. And all her leaves look great. She was having a little bit of a hard time there. But, you know, it's all about learning how to water your plants and when to water them. You know, if you're going to put them out in this type of, this is 75% UV. But see, it's not solid, it's screened. That's solid. This is screened. So this requires more water, even though I water everything now in the summer twice a day, in the morning and in the afternoon, because by nighttime, trust me, everything is dry. It doesn't apply to Miami during the summer. I've watered at night and in the morning, everything is dry. That's not going to damage your plants. Now, I don't recommend to start watering at night or making it a habit, but if you miss a day and you really realize that some like these bat plants, I miss a day and these bottom leaves, which eventually it'll move them and these new ones come out and it becomes a bigger plant. They droop. This whole plant droops and it looks like it's dead, and it's letting you know it was too hot for just once a day. Either you put a plate underneath with water so it holds, which I should do it. Actually, I want to repot the whole thing. Or you wet me more often. So I wet them more often. And plus, it's therapy for me. And all this here is just very, very therapeutic for me. Now, this is from Krull Smith. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous flower. It was the only one. I have 8 of these. I want to put on a cone, like a chandelier. It's the Krull's Happy Happy, and it is a happy flower. Those colors are super, super exciting. No, I'm not gonna put you like that because I cannot afford to lose you. Really pretty. This, unfortunately, it's on its way out. It's still a beautiful. It's an Epicattleya Jackie Bright with real clarences. This I got from Tan at Springwater. I missed out on the usuals because I really wanted to focus on some of the, let me pull this, I need to get up here, on some of the usuals because I show them so much when I'm down here that I wanted to give a chance to the international ones, you know? That's why I was not focusing too much like that, because they're down here and it's easier to showcase them when there's other events. This, I don't know what it is. I had a tag for this and I lost it. Isn't that a gorgeous Cattleya? This was one of the ones that I had in a pot and it just did not like it. It was very angry with that pot. But it's a beautiful, it's just starting to open right now. And this is how it's doing on that wood piece. And then this tiny little one here, it's a bulbophyllum species, and that little hair, when it comes out, you got to be very careful because some people pull him off thinking it's weed. It's not, it's the actual flower. And it opens in the morning, and as the day gets older, it's already starting to I guess die down because it's been open for a couple of days. I don't think these species flowers last a long time, but it's so cute. Let me get you the name because it's in the back. And it is a species from the Philippines. It was a great little gift from Teresita. I'm in so much pain from walking and doing things. You know, it was fun. It was a lot of fun to do it, but the aftermath is very painful. So this is my Maxillaria tenuifolia Yamato. Here, let me get you the tag. We're doing tags today, all tags. And this is the coconut smelling orchid in yellow. To me, it smells a little bit more like chocolate than coconut. But I'm so happy now that I have a space to hang them because I had them stored away and I couldn't really show them that well. And this is a Kingianum that I got at Pam's. It's an Alba. I believe it's an Alba. And it's loving this new pot that Roxana, a viewer of mine, gave me as a gift for my birthday. It's beautiful. My Florida Tempenses is busting out. Look how beautiful that is. I bought this years ago from Tan at Springwater. I think I paid like $15. It was really tiny. It had 2 leaves. This is what it looks like now. And the more light it gets, the redder, yellower it gets. It's really pretty. But look how many spikes it has. I've never had that many from it. I'm telling you, I think this space now is the magic space. Because everything started really, really opening up and showing its beautiful colors. Now right here at the entrance, guys, it's not blooming yet. I think it's a good spot for it because this is that clear corrugated plastic where the light comes in very strong but doesn't burn your plants. And this, my friends, is my very first Vanda named after me. It's a Paravanda Nelson's Amethyst Gem. And that's the cross. And let me tell you, it is the perfect flower for me. It is such a beautiful color. It's a color that I really love. And the shape of it was gorgeous. And when he was showing it to me, there was 2 ladies that were gawking at the photograph of the flower. And they were like, oh, look at that one. That's a really pretty flower. And I go, yeah, it's a beautiful flower. And so she goes, right, I think I'll get one. And I said, yeah. And it was named after me. So they started laughing. They thought I was joking. So I was like, no, actually, it literally was named after me. So it's a very eye-catching flower. And it was beautiful, a beautiful gesture that Bernard had. He did it for Laz and for Blanca. And he says, you know, the 3 orchideers that are always putting us out there. And he really sees the value in us, you know, putting all this hard work and putting them out there. And I really, 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 really appreciate you, Bernard, because, you know, it is a lot of hard work. We do it with a lot of love in our hearts, and we do it because we know it helps the whole community. But when you go a step beyond to show your appreciation, to do something like this, it just really, you know, it really means a lot to us. And this is the reason why we do what we do, not because of the gift, but because of the appreciation that you guys have. I've always said that the gratitude and appreciation of each other's help and each other's is what it's all about, right? But this is just a gorgeous gesture. I'm super happy with that. I can't wait to see it bloom. Look, here's another gift from Maria. Maria, mira que lindo está. I think this was a Renanthera? No. Anthurium? Anthurium? No me acuerdo el nombre ahora. I can't remember the name. But I had put it on this beautiful pot. And she gave me that one too on the back. So So I put one on one side, and look, it's doing gorgeous in here. So you don't have to always put them out in the sun. And these are all Dendrobiums that I've acclimated to the sun that are spectacular, guys. Really, really spectacular Dendrobiums. That Tabinis, I believe this is a Tabinis, that I got from David from Morning Dove Nursery. How beautiful is that? And it's combined with the Cher's Dream Dendrobium. And it's just one piece that he had given to me. Actually, I think I bought this one. I bought this one from him. I went back and I told him, I want to buy, because he had gifted me one, but I put it on a tree. But I said, how pretty would it be to put one here when it's blooming? And so I bought this one from him. This one is Tibiana, because the Tabinis is this one here, which is already on its way out. It's the intro. Tibicinis. Tibicinis. I guess it's correct. One of those is correct. I get them all confused, but you guys can see why. I'm sure you understand. But they're so pretty. And then I have these that I don't have the name. So if you guys know the name, let me know. They're really pretty. They're so rich and so red. Look at that. It's just, I could sit here all day and just look at my flowers because they're so unique in every way. So if you guys know the name of this one, put it in my comments, please. I really appreciate it when you guys do that. If I could just, I've been putting them all like on a note thing in my phone of all the ones you guys have named. I just got to sit down. Oh, let me show you this and start tagging because I do have them all on the list. Look at this Alba Anusmum that's just opening now. And I could, oh my God, I'm already smelling it. Look at what a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful display. Another one that's a first timer doing this. And my mini Grammatophyllum. From not being able to grow Grammatophyllums to now successfully get them to bloom multiple inflorescence. I heard they are easier to grow and that they give a lot of inflorescence, so that's a good thing. And back here, believe it or not, this is I think it's called Carnosa, Hoya Carnosa, and it gave me a beautiful bundle, a peduncle of beautiful flowers. Mercedes, esta fue la que me regalaste. Y está bien en agua, it only lives in water. Pero le encanta vivir ahí, y mira, tiene otra. It has more, see? Oh, it's not focusing. Well, it has more peduncles in there. And it has another one about to start shooting flowers. Now this is another one of my hauls from Krull Smith. Julian called me over, he sent me a text. He goes, can you come here when you get a chance? And he goes, you need this in your life. And I looked at it and I was like, oh. He says, this is a really cool little flower. There we go. And when I saw that Halluetiana, I said, oh, that's a no-brainer. And then I saw lemon meringue, and that's exactly what it smells like, which I love that fragrance. But you can see the Halluetiana shape right there, because some hybrids of Halluetiana, they lose that traditional, shape. I don't know what they call this. There is a name for that. It's not the labellum, I don't think. Well, maybe it is part of the labellum. But anyways, it's a beautiful flower, smells amazing, great color, mini Vanda. You know that if you don't have the space for a Vanda, that's a beautiful one that you can totally put in your apartment or in your balcony. It'll do really, really well. All right, guys, speeding it up, speeding it up. Let's go here because there's some more halls in here. Look how empty this is now. Remember, it was really full. So here I'm putting everything that I have to repot. Now this I had to hurry up because it's starting to wither away. You guys saw me on the video talk to Joseph, is it Joseph Wu? Because I mix names. Yeah, Joseph Wu Orchids. And that's the information there. And they specialize in pylorics and all kinds of crazy crosses. This is their newest Cerulean one. But I think she told me that this was tagged incorrectly. I'm not sure, but anyways, if it's tagged incorrectly, oh well, I'll get it next time. But look at what a beautiful flower. It has such a beautiful cerulean tone. And they're so sweet. I was talking to the wife. I think the daughter was the daughter there? I wasn't sure. But they're just a family-run business and they do their own hybridizing. Now in the What's in Bloom side, this I had gotten at Ophi's recently, and I don't think I ever showed it to you guys. It's such a great, great foul from Krull Smith. I mean, I think I ran out of, yeah, no more battery. Oh well. I was using the light, that's why I was so, let me see if I do this. There we go. A little work goes a long way. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that it has green petals, and then it has that combination of pink and yellow, which is my super obsession now, that pink and yellow combo. This is a gorgeous flower. It was one of the few things that I got from Ophi's that day because I can't lose this tag. There, that one's firm. Now this one is really, really cute. Look at this. This is one of the best smelling orchids around. This is from Krull Smith as well. This is the other one I got. It's $35. Phalaenopsis parishii. It's dark something. I'm not going to take it out now. I don't have another hand. But they're tiny, but I got to tell you guys, let me see. Right now, they don't have any fragrance. These have been open for quite a while. So once they stop their fragrance. Now this, I sent a picture to Pam because I had taken this last time for the haul. And it wasn't blooming yet, but look how beautiful. It's such a rich yellow. And it's one that she had, I think she had shown, but it had no tag. And I took one of them and now it's blooming. So I'm sharing it because sharing is caring. Now for the haul of the non-orchids, I got this gorgeous Hoya. This was from Tropical Exotiques. I think I'm saying that correct. I'm sorry, girls, if I'm saying it incorrect. And I think she had told me that she heard me say about putting the information on the tags, that's a great idea. So yes, girls, that would, like right now, this would have been a great idea to just show all your info because you guys were selling great stuff at great prices. I think these were $30 and they already had blooms. They're doing beautiful. And then here's the other one I got from them that was super, super adorable. This has a lot of fragrance. The fragrance on this is amazing. And that's the name. They were right at the front when you walked into the show. This is really, really pretty. And I love that the leaves are so like thick because, hold on, so I can show both side by side. It's a pretty hefty girl. And the leaves are the flowers are on the way out. But look at the difference of leaves of that one compared to this one. It's longer. So I'm gonna put them in a nice pot. They like to be tight, you know, so when you buy these, I'm just gonna lean it here because if not, it's gonna tip over. They like to be in a tight environment, sort of how I did this in Ciclia. See? I put her in a tight little environment because that's how she came. You don't want to start putting them in a big right away in a big, now this came the same way that these come in these little bags. So it's not anchored properly. So I immediately took it out. I have these tiny little terracotta pots that work perfect for those. I think those are the 3-inch ones. And this is starting to open. This is from Sierra Madre. Let me see if I can do it without having to pull it out. So that's a Tempenses. It looks like the Florida Tempenses, but it's Alba. It has, I think it's yellow, like a tinge of yellow and white. So I got that. I think these were $15. And then next to it, hold on, let me get the card. Where I do the card, because I didn't want the card to get wet. This place, Floralia, was amazing. Really, really amazing. He was selling things, sorry, because it's a shiny card. Let me see if I can, there we go. This place was really amazing. The gentleman was awesome. They're from Brazil, and they brought everything in bags. But when I opened them from the bags, look at the size of this. I think I paid $20 for this. Look at that. So immediately when I brought them here, this is a purpurata. Hold on. Sanguinea. Hopefully you can see it there. Sanguinea or Sanguinea. And then the other one, oh, and by the way, here, let's do this. How I did it last time. This will be nice. I'll put both names here. Purpurata, I have this one also in the picture in a plastic bag. Now I'll put the photo above. Bleep, bleep. And those two I had to get because I want to start, collecting purpuratas, because why not? I haven't done it before. I can do it now. All right, guys. So I hope you like this part of the greenhouse. I'm going to take you now to the second part. I think we're doing pretty good. 47 minutes. I got to tell you, doing everything for the greenhouse and organizing everything kept me from buying too many things, because I didn't want to disorganize it and just start bringing so many orchids here that would have made, I have the air on, but this one I have to keep on because it's kind of weird and it won't turn on the second time. So I kind of leave it on. And then this is my falcatum, which I told Julian when he was here on Friday. I go, look, I'm not jealous of yours anymore, because they had a really nice one on their display. It was quite bigger than this one, maybe a little bit more, like that more. But this one I bought from them so many years ago. It's one of my oldest bulbophyllum, and look how cool the flowers are. They're these little yellow alien looking things. And this is one of their signature bulbophyllums that they carry. You'll find these all the time over at Krull Smith. And this beautiful little gem is from, I always say Wilson. I'm not sure if it's Wilson. Foul Fantastic Green Envy. Yeah, I think it is Wilson Orchids. He's one of my favorite internationals. And next to it is a Jim Clark. This too is from Krull Smith. Another one of my oldies but goodies. So when you see them this size, guys, I usually grow them to this size. I buy them small and grow them to this size. It's very rare that you see me get a specimen, which now I'm starting to rethink, because I'm not buying quantity now. My greenhouse is just perfect the way it is. I don't want to add too much in there. Whatever I get extra will probably go in the in the garage area where I used to have the other ones. But I'm not going to be going crazy buying. It's not about quantity, it's about quality. And we can go crazy wanting everything. These are more Pelorics that are blooming. This is not from the haul, but look how many it has, how many buds it has. Now this one, I had to tag it. It's from my friends over at Joseph Wu. It's a Phalaenopsis Lewsbury Trinity. Pyloric. Pyloric means, oh, sorry. Pyloric means that the labellum, the lip, the petals on the top will mimic it. So it's called pyloric. When it should look like this, see? You have the lip, and then these are petals that all kind of look alike. But then when you have it like this, that's pyloric. This is also from Joseph Wu. I don't think I have that. Oh yeah, I do have. That one is this one. And they did have a lot of these over there. Again, super sweet family. Come all the way down here. I think from, I don't know if it's Taiwan or Thailand. I'm sorry. I always confuse those two. And I don't like doing that. This is from Krull Smith. I got this last year. It was a special cross they had. Sometimes some of these crosses, they don't do too many of them. You know, they don't overproduce. I haven't seen this. And then Big Martha here. Look at this, how gorgeous. Now, Julian paid me a compliment that I was very, very honored that he said that. He said, if you enter this, I have to clean up the, you know, it took so much energy, the bottom leaf turned brown, but I don't want to pull it because it's very delicate. But he told me I could probably get a cultivar's award for growing it this big and this healthy. But she really gave me so many. I've used like 3 spikes to hold it up. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous flower. And they're all very healthy. And this flower will last a very long time, a couple of months. She's really, really pretty. And the one in the back too. My phals this year did a beautiful display of blooming. I'm very, very happy with how they responded to the feeding. Oh, look, this is opening. This was a gift from Susie from Sierra Madre. And it bloomed again. So I put all these tones here. See, they're all very similar in color. And this one actually has a name. Now my light went out. So I could have really shown you the color because it's kind of, it's a little dimmer in here, but you can kind of see it. And that's the rainbow, Florida rainbow. Here's the cross. They sell these at Krull Smith as well. This is also one of their signature ones. They have a lot of these. You can just say Florida rainbow and they'll know what you're talking about. Phalaenopsis Florida rainbow. Let me see, I don't want to skip on anything that's special or important. Well, this just opened and it's so adorable. I didn't even know I owned this. And it is from Krull Smith. Most of my bulbophyllums do come from there because they have amazing crosses and are super, super strong. And I've noticed that I grow them very well here in my environment. I mean, that one over there is another one of my oldies, and she's, sorry, look at the size of her. Vaginatum, bulbophyllum vaginatum. And this has 2 spikes. This I'm super excited about. Honghenses. You guys, wait until you see what this flower looks like. I got it at Brethren, but you know what? They don't have them for sale, so do not call them and ask them, because last time a lot of people called them and asked them, I had no idea. It was something that they were growing, and it was a gift that he wanted to give me for the visit that I paid and went to over there. And we had a wonderful, wonderful time. It was during the holidays. And they said, oh my God, we had so many calls because it was in bloom. Everybody wants that, and we don't have those for sale. So please if you do Google it, you know what, let me show you this. Do not call brethrens because they will tell you they don't have any. Look at all these Hoyas, how well they're doing. I don't share it much with you guys because this whole place was such a mess with the construction. This was a gift that was given to me. Most Hoyas are gifts that have been given to me. Hold on, let me get here. And that's how the first Hoyas that I got were with Laz. He's the one that got me into it. And then people started giving me Hoyas and cuttings and Puba calyx. This one's really cool. This one had so many blooms. This is a worn out tag. Let me see if I have it. I know I had tagged one with my tags to make sure. Oh yeah, see? I don't know if that's even gonna, I'll tell you, Hoya microphylla variegated. That's what this is. Hoya microphylla variegated. See, they let out these cute this. And then this one, my variegated carrii, is about to start blooming for the first time. But look, I have to separate it because they start tangling into each other. So I have to think of what I'm gonna do with her. I haven't been back here in a while. These black birds are terrorists. They went into my quick tent and destroyed it. That's why I have to have it closed. The netting, they started scraping it and tearing it open. I think I'm done, guys. Now next to it down here is this gorgeous Dendrobium that was given to me by none other than Jeremy of S&W from Hawaii. And it's finally in full bloom. I don't think I had shown it to you guys in full bloom. And look how beautiful she looks. She's so furry. I say furry because it's just so many leaves. And they're just such a healthy, and I have it here in the open because I think his nurseries, when I look at it, it has the same kind of setting. So I'm like, I'm gonna mimic it, and she loves it here. So Jeremy, check it out. You guys, if you want some of these, he has more. Now he gave me the name here, but I didn't realize that there was water. See? But I will put it underneath. Like I normally do. Come here, little girls. Yeah, I have to take care of because I don't want the wind to damage. You should always, I lost my little clips. I don't know where they're at in the moving around. You know, when it gets windy, they also move around and things pop open. All right, guys, that is it. I hope you guys got a lot from this because I was trying my very best to film it, give you information, kind of make it educational. It's a lot to pack into one episode, so I want to make sure that it made sense and it wasn't all over the place. So let me know in your comments if you liked the way that I presented this, because this is very special to me. My partner did this for me. This is something that's dear to my heart. I mean, there's no words what I can express of how beautiful it turned out. And I guess when you put love into things, and like I always say, just get rid of the negative around you and you focus on the positive, things happen and they flow, and you know, they go in serendipity, right? So I'm very happy that this happened. I couldn't wait to share it with you guys, because I mean, the channel is growing, so together with that my collection grows. So it only made sense to extend the greenhouse. Now, is that the only extension we'll ever do? Probably not, but for now it is amazing. And it's not even completed yet. I still need to add more fans because I'm just using a regular home fan that does the work right now, but it needs stronger fans because when June and July and August hit, it's an oven. So I've been watering twice a day. So if you guys have your orchids outside in Miami, don't be afraid. Even 3 times a day is fine. I even have watered at 6 o'clock when I got home from work. I get here and I water them because by 10 o'clock, everything is dry. It's bone dry. So that's good for your plants. It's not going to give them root rot or anything like that. try as much as possible to water the base only if you can. Some of mine I water all over, like the ones on the wall, and others, like in the new greenhouse now, it's easy just to water the bottom. So that takes away a lot of fungal situations that could happen. Plus with the new roofing, which is solid, I control the water. So those are the new things that we're doing now, and I can't wait to see what else we're gonna do in the future, because the plants are kind of dictating where to take this channel, really. The orchids are dictating as they grow, as I see what I can grow. I can't grow every single thing I buy, but I could grow a diverse group of orchids in my yard in an open environment, or a pseudo-control open environment. So I wanted to share that. I wanted to thank you again, all you guys that gave to my channel. You're so kind. Every time I see a donation, it lights my heart, because you guys get it and you understand why I do this channel, and it's something that's metamorphosing and transcending in completely different directions. Not just to put beautiful videos with beautiful flowers and education, but also meeting groups of people, bringing them together, networking these people, becoming a group of good friends that we can all share knowledge, and everybody has, like I said, a superpower. And some of you were so kind with my superpower. That was really kind. It's a love fest. This weekend has been a love fest, even though it was so hot. It was so steamy and so hot, and there was people that actually had to call a rescue, because if you fly from other parts of the world and you're not used to this heat, I'm used to it. I'm out here all the time, so I was walking around like nothing, but most people, they can't do that. I mean, even Teresita, I had a little scare with her. I thought she wasn't gonna make it to the car, and we finally made it to the car, thank God. But aside from that heat, everything was wonderful. We danced, we partied, we had the happy hour here was wonderful. It started 3 years ago with the boys from Krull Smith. We just planned pizza and beer, and Frank said, hey, I want to tag along. So it became like a tradition. So this was the 3rd year that, actually last year we had to skip it, but this year we were able to do it. And of course my YouTube buddies were here, and we had a blast. And you know, what an honor to have Mr. Frank Smith here to evaluate my greenhouse. He was actually in awe. He told me, I love your vibe. So thank you, Frank, for saying that. That means a lot. So guys, I think I'm going to close it here. I think there's nothing more to say. I don't think there's anything besides Ophi's. I think is having they always have one last show before or after the Redland show. I don't think there's anything else out there. I think it's done, because now it gets just way too hot. So what I do during that time, I do home visits. I have a new person that David from Morning Dove, I think it's Morning Dove Nursery. I always say ranch. A friend of his, that she has a collection, and he shared her information with me. She's inviting me to her home, so I may be doing that. I'll be bringing you more how to do, because I have to repot all those files that you guys saw in my workstation, and that's for another episode. That's why I have them all lined up there, and strengthen them up with fertilizer. And that is it. I'm going to close it here to not make it too long. So guys, thank you for sticking around this long. I am Nelson. You're watching Nature Now. And remember to always keep it green. See, I am wearing green today. It's so hot, I'd rather wear tank tops now. But anyways, I will see you in the next episode. Sayonara.